a motivational animal story about reclaiming lost power. A bird born for the skies cannot die in a cage. But what happens when it forgets how to fly? Kyle was no ordinary bird. He was a falcon, born high in the cliffs, shaped by wind, trained by thunder. The sky wasn't just his home, it was his identity. But even the strongest wings can break. Kale's story didn't begin in a cage. It began above the clouds. Every morning, he would race the sun, slicing through winds with terrifying grace. He wasn't the fastest because he wanted to be. He was fast because he was free. His wings didn't just carry him, they defined him. Until one day the sky betrayed him. A hunter, with a trap too clever and a hand too cruel, captured Kale mid-dive. A moment of freedom turned into a lifetime of chains. The cage was small, too small for his wings to stretch, too dark to see the stars. At first, Kyle fought. He slammed the bars. He screamed into the night. He tried to remember the feeling of air under his feathers, but days turned into weeks, and weeks into silence. Kyle stopped moving. He refused to eat. He stopped hoping. He watched other birds fly above. Pigeons, crows, sparrows. Even they had more sky than him. Maybe I wasn't meant to fly, he thought. Maybe that was just a dream, and that was the most dangerous moment, not the day he fell. The day he forgot he could rise. One night, nature roared. A violent storm tore through the hunter's camp. Lightning split a tree. Winds howled like wolves. The cage, old and rusted, snapped open. Kale was free, but he didn't fly. He stepped out and collapsed. His wings were stiff, his legs weak, his heart uncertain. He stared at the open sky and trembled. What if I fall again? What if I can't fly anymore? But then something inside him whispered. Something buried deep, but not broken. You don't need to remember how to fly. You just need to jump. Kyle dragged himself to a rock. It wasn't tall, but it felt like a mountain. The wind touched his feathers. The sky called his name. He closed his eyes. And he jumped. At first, he dropped like a stone. The ground rushed toward him, but then a twitch, a flap, a scream. His wings caught the air. The storm was still raging, but he didn't care. Kale rose into it, above it, beyond it. He wasn't the falcon from before. He was stronger now, because he knew how it felt to lose. Kyle returned to the cliffs, not for glory, not for revenge, but for purpose. Other birds had seen him fall. They had seen him break. Now, they saw him fly again. Kyle became more than a bird. He became a symbol of freedom, of courage, of the truth that even broken wings can rise. Kyle didn't fly because he was fearless. He flew because he was willing to try despite fear. Your cage doesn't define you. Your climb does. Have you been caged by fear, failure, or doubt? Let Kale remind you, the sky never left. You did. But it's still waiting. Comment "I jump" below if you're ready to rise again. Watch our next video and break your cage, one flap at a time.